First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kakdash, double unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to your Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Your brother Yassad back at you with another lesson on the edifying. You know? Hey, behold a depleting economy. Right? Behold a depleting economy. Just imagine I just was on my way down to pay a little bill. I picked up a man and he tell me, boy, right now I had my nice little government work and I could have be able to feed my family and whatnot. And now that everything is lost, I have no choice but to sweep yard and do all sorts of work that I never really see myself doing just to make a dollar to provide for my family and myself and whatnot. You know? Hey, that's what we have been warning and telling you all about. You know? Hey, great hyperinflation, the prices of goods rising real high. The people living in a mourning state. If you all think now is the time to be drinking and having a time, and hey, we just seeing the prophecies just fulfilling. Things are getting more hard, and it's only gonna get worse. That's the economy, because it's all prophecy. You know, the scripture said, "Thou hast trusted into our broken reed." You know, and the individual say he was working forestry, which was one of the government sectors that are closed down. You know, so a lot. Imagine that is him who was in a little high position in the forestry and whatnot, and look where he result down to. So imagine all those others who were laid off. You know, and what he said was that they paid him. They gave him his pay that he worked for, and they gave him a fortnight extra, and they tell him that, well, they tell everyone that they went and see what they could do if they get them some sort of payoff or whatnot, and after that they never heard from them again. Which shows you that little extra payment at a fortnight, that was the retirement, fee. Probably about $3,000, $3,000 to $4,000. Hey, this is a news article, and what make me fire up in the spirit is things are getting so ridiculously high. It's very I do construction, I build houses and whatnot, and one of the company I'm working for, we got material like a week before, and to get back material this week here now, it's like they're waiting until new stocks come in. They're telling people it has none, but they're waiting on new stocks coming so that all the old stocks would be replaced with the new prices, because with the new stocks coming in, that means that the cost of goods is going to be higher. Yeah, that's what it surely means. The cost of goods is surely going to be much higher, right? Yeah. Look for instance just now I went custom buying a chicken at a certain size, and when I see the prices on the board, all the prices raised. So when I buy the chicken, the same custom size that I buy, when they give me the bill, it was $10 more. So it didn't raise by no $3 or $4 or $5, but it raised by $10 more. Which is to show you that look the result, and things is only getting worse. So this article here, Facebook, basically, like the social media, news media. It said the Caribbean, and is when I think it was last night, I screenshotted this to do a video on it, and hey, you know, they telling people, you know, expect it, but it's like they already raised everything. The Caribbean could face a sharp increase in food prices within the next 3 months. But here, what that is a day ago, within the next 3 months, but is that everyone has already raised the prices, with the impact likely to reach the region sooner than expected, according to Professor Wayne Ganpat, the former dean of the Faculty of Food and Agriculture at the University of the West Indies. Right? Warned that the region has been receiving warning signs since COVID-19 pandemic. And look, gas price raise from the time period from 2020 to now, gas price raise about 3 times. And with the raise of the gas price 3 times, the current government, they come to play, well, they're putting a little pat on the people's back by putting back a little small decrease in the price of gas, you know. Yeah, and just gas alone, not premium, just gas, you know. It's a cautioning that a potentially catastrophic food crisis could be on the horizon. Yeah, and that's what we see, you know. The people could relate, only lost their jobs, you know, the cost of living getting higher, and there's a reason why the Spirit has me just, you know, doing video heavily upon that, because that is the vibration that is in the air. That's what's happening, and soon the people is about to literally see the true horns, you know, are the governors, they that in the governing positions. Because I see, you know, there's a next article where, you know, she was boasting about which field that was, boy, that was about some I can't remember the company, but I would just basically sum up she words. Is like she was saying that, you know, the people are basically not getting taxed heavily enough, you know, increase the prices and whatnot, and that will bring in, you know, a more higher profit, a more higher percentage, you know, GDP and whatnot in that certain area, you know. So while the people get jobless, cost of living getting high is raise the taxes upon them, on everything, you know. Hey, there's no vein, is a vain hope in the system. You're expecting that things to get better, but hey, the scriptures already prove that things ain't gonna get better here. The scriptures say, pray for a few days, you know. The days had to be shortened for the elect's sake, because look what this place coming to, right? Look what this place is actually coming to. Yeah, chicken, to purchase a chicken is almost $100 for one chicken, you know. Yeah, that's how serious it is. Yeah, just now here would be in like a Venezuela, you know. It's like the TT worthless. The TT dollar is gonna soon be worthless, and you know, you might have they'll be telling you, well, boy, the more accepting the US than the TT dollar just now. That's really how dread the economy coming. Going back into the Revelation, the 6th chapter. You know, one barley of wheat for a penny, right? Which I was representing. You know, the cost of living being very high. Yeah, that's what it represents. Right? We know even the the Strait of Hormuz and goods and whatnot. All of that right there is a great it literally legos whiplashes upon countries like us that depends a lot on the importation of raw materials and whatnot. Yeah. Look, just the other day there was a big shortage on pesticides and salt for plants, right? Making it much harder on the hand of the little local farmers, you know. And we know the moment something gets scarce, it sets into high demand, causing the price to even double and triple, because the moment something is scarce, that's what they do. Well, since we alone has it, well, let's raise the price, let's double the price, you know. The people them that have no choice but to get, so they will pay. And that's just how it is, you know. The scripture says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? So the economy reaching into a position that, wow. And hey, we have much more to see. We have much more to see. Alright? Let's see here. And hey, that is what is gonna cause the sedition among men and whatnot. You know, they haven't cared to where the Prime Minister and the law enforcers and things have to say, because, you know, they're being boxed into an economy where it's hard to survive, and the only way they could survive is through, you know, invading the neighbor for what he has, because they're being left with no option to feed their families. Think about it, you're taking away all the jobs, the cost of living getting high. When a man see that his family being hungry and there's no way out, no hope for him to say, well, you know, well, they're putting something in place. Even all those government checks and food stamps, because for the time being they had cracked down a good bit, and a lot of people stopped getting the little government support, you know. And who knows, soon they might even cut it. Yeah. Alright, so I basically driving. Alright, so I will still bring out a few precepts. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see. The scripture that's talking about alright. My guy next one, the book of Zephaniah chapter 1 and verses 10. And it shall come to pass in the day, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Yeah, so the fish gate, fish, you know, is something that feeds the people. So that is a representation of basically, hey, the food being, you know, the food being scarce. You know, a cry from the fish gate is, you know. Hey, and we know with all these high costings of goods and whatnot, hey, soon there's not gonna be no goods, because the scripture prophesied of famine and pestilence and all of these things. So hey, don't expect things to get better in this place, right? It's and it crashing from the hills, the governmental structure, you know. Soon things is about to get terribly out of control. Soon things is about to get terribly out of control. And this is the only warnings that the Lord is sending out to the prophets. You know, as the scriptures say, you know, then shall when these things come to pass, the book of Ezekiel, then shall it be known that there was a prophet amongst them. You know, so the people they thought everything was likely and whatnot. You know that this ain't gonna happen in our lifetime and these things. But we clearly seen these things literally shaping up. You know? We clearly seen these things shaping up. Let's see here the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and verses 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows will be darkened. Yeah, the grinding cease. You know, work. Look at how many, you know, even government different, you know, sectors shut down. No work for the people, right? And we know it doesn't take long for the people to actually be out of food, you know? Yeah, right? It's and the doors shall be shut in the streets, you know, a lot of business places closing up due to the economy. When the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah, so basically, you know, it ain't no more, hey, let me go and cook something together and let me have a time and have a feast, you know. It's only sadness and pain you see right around, and all that's gonna intensify. So, you know, I just want to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Until the next, Shalom.